Welcome back to the Arbitress YouTube channel. In today's class, we're going to learn how to make this beautiful no-sew handkerchief dress. It's a very simple tutorial. It does not require sewing and it's easy to wear. If this is something you like to learn, kindly stay tuned to the end of this tutorial. Thank you. So this is a very simple tutorial. Does not need sewing. Okay, it's an handkerchief dress. So for this I'm using 2 yards of fabric. If you want yours to be longer, you can just increase your yard a bit. And this fabric is by 60 inches, so this is 2 yards by 60. So you can see this is the selvage area, so this is my yardage side. So you make sure that you use a thick fabric, especially if you're not going to be turning it. If you want it to be no sew, you use fabric that does not frill. It's very important. So thick crepe fabrics that when you cut them, it's not going to be removing here. Okay, those are fabrics that are best for this type of dress, especially because we are not sewing it. So what I'm doing first is to put it into, fold it into 2 by the yard. So this is going to be my length. Okay, so remember I said I have 2 yards here. By the time you fold into 2, you have 1 on both sides. So after folding into 2 by the yard, the next folding I'm going to do is to fold into 4 by the length, and that's going to be the width. So the width is going to be 30 on fold and the length is 36 inches on fold. So it is folded now, and this is what we have. This is the width, which is 30 inches, and this is the length, which is 36 inches. So the width is on fold so that we can have the 2 sides together. Okay, so the first thing you're going to measure from your starting point, which is here, is your neck width, your neckline, the neck width basically. So here is going to be, you can use your shoulder as your reference point, or you can just mark how wide you want your neckline to be. For me, I think around 5 inches is going to be fine for me, so I'm just going to mark 5 inches for my neck width. If you want it to be more off, you can mark more. So after marking your neck width, if you want this to be a sleeveless a sleeveless dress, okay, what you need to mark from here, you can mark between 1.5 to 3 inches for your strap on your shoulder. So that's going to be the width of what is going to rest on your shoulder. That's if you don't want it to have sleeve. For me, I want this to have sleeve. So from here now, in fact, you can mark from here. That's if you may take your measurements from the center of your back. So if you take measurements from the center of your back, you're going to mark to where you want the sleeve to stop. So that measurement is what you want to use. Another thing you can do, if you did not take that measurement, you can take your actual shoulder measurement. Okay, for me the actual shoulder is 7.5 inches. So just do a little dot there because you don't need it. Then from there you take your sleeve measurement. Okay, the sleeve length that you want to work with for this dress, where you want the sleeve to stop. So those are the methods you can use. But if you are not going to be working with a sleeve, what you just need to do is to mark your neck width and then mark the strap that you need. Your shoulder can also guide you for that. So assuming your shoulder is 7.5 inches, which is here, so after marking your neckline, you can decide whether you want it to rest on your shoulder, you want to come in, or you can increase your neckline depending on what you want. But for me, like I said, I'm including sleeve, so that's why I'm connecting like a kimono, because I've marked my sleeve together with it. So this is my neck width and this is where the sleeve length is going to stop. So now after indicating where your sleeve is going to stop, the next thing is to create this opening for your arm, where your arm is going to come out from. So for that, you can measure around that space that is going to be your sleeve opening, or you can just, depending on how wide you want it to be. So for me, I think around 6 inches is fine for me. Okay, so on that 6 inches, you're going to chalk it down. Okay, or you can just do maybe 5, especially if your fabric stretches and after putting it on and you see that it is too wide, because you don't want it too wide actually. Okay, so let's just do maybe 5.5 because this is stretchy. And then if you put it on and it's too wide, I can increase it. So here, those are the measurements that you need. The next thing is just to cut it out and wear. So to cut this on your neckline, you're going to cut here, okay? So you can open it up and then cut straight, but I just want it to have a little bit of depth. I don't want it just straight down like that. You can open it and just make an incision here, okay? If you want to cut it straight, you just make an incision here so that your scissors can pass through, and then you insert your scissors like this and then cut straight on both sides up to where your neckline stop. For me, I'm just going to come down by half an inch and then connect like that. So here I am cutting it. You can see I have cut out my neckline. So after cutting your neckline, the next cutting you're going to do is on the arm opening area. So just like I measured down here, I'm just going to cut it all the way down like this, and that is all you need to do. So like I said, if your fabric does not frill, it's not going to give you issues. You'll be able to just wear it like that. But if it's frills, you may need to sew it down. So those are the cutting we need to do. Opening it out, this is what it looks like. This is the neckline, and this is where my arm is going to come from. So all of this is just going to drop down. So now I'll take it to the mannequin so that we can see what it looks like. So this is what it looks like on the mannequin. You can make it fitted or free with a belt. You can also wear something inside if you don't want the size to be showing too much. I hope you enjoyed making this with me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.